Good afternoon. Thought it might be fun to do a video on floor tom swing, and probably the most ubiquitous example we have of floor tom swing is a Benny Goodman tune called Sing Sing Sing. It's a big band tune, and for those of us who have taken social dance as a mandatory component of grade school gym, we probably all learned how to jive to that tune, and that floor tom groove has been used in some other tracks as well. Actually, just the other day I learned about a band called Mariana's Trench, and they have a tune called Sing Sing, so just 2 sings instead of 3 sings. They use that groove in that track as well, and I even used that groove on a track in an album that I did with the Breakwater Project with Jeff Farragher and Jamie Desatel as a way of transitioning between two different tunes that we do in this medley that's on that album. So anyway, I had a friend in another city ask me about how to do floor tom swing a little while back. So I figured I'd do this video for fun and share it with the whole world. So we're going to work this out on a pad first, excuse me, and we're going to start right from the beginning and just make sure that our hands are coordinated and able to do what we need to do, and we're able to think our way through it as well. So we're going to start with a 2-bar long, in 4/4, a 2-bar long hemiola accent pattern where we do an accent every 3 notes, and then at the end of the second bar we even it out with 2 groups of 2 notes. So it's going to be this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Once again, that is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And the sticking for that is alternating. We're starting with the right hand, and it's just right, left, 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 right, left. So we need to be able to repeat that as I just did. So that's going to sound like this, a little bit faster. Etc. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to shift that pattern over by 1 beat. So we're going to start, if you remember, in the second measure of this 2-measure pattern, on beats 3 and 4, we have 3 and 4 and. So we're going to start with one of those groups of 2 notes at the beginning, and then we're going to go into that cycle of accents every 3 notes, and then we'll only have room left at the end of the pattern for 2 notes. So it's going to be 1 and, followed by 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and then at the end 4 and then we start again. So that is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So that's step 2. Step 3 is that we are going to swing our notes instead of playing them straight. So you know how straight 8th notes go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and, which is what we've just been doing. We're going to swing them instead, so it goes like this: 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1. So we're taking that same pattern that we just did, the modified 2-bar long pattern, and we're swinging the notes instead, which is now going to be 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 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 1. Now we need to gradually speed that up because that's kind of slow for this idiom, for what we're trying to do stylistically. So we're going to speed it up a little bit. It's going to be about 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was 4 times through that pattern. Next thing we're going to do, so our tempo is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to get our feet going. So I'm going to use heel up technique, and this is my right leg, this is my left leg. The right leg is going to be the bass drum, and the left leg is going to be the hi-hat when I switch over to the drum set eventually. So what the feet are going to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, bass drum, hi-hat, etc. while playing that same pattern. 3, 4. So that was 4 times through it again with the feet. So essentially, this pad is going to be my floor tom when I switch it over to the drum set. And we'll do that in a little bit, but first I just want to talk about some of the embellishments that you can do with that pattern. One thing that you can do is, if you want to kind of do a fun thing and lead into one of the right hand downbeat-ish accents, rather than 1, 2, 3, 4. You could do 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm just, instead of the offbeat on the right hand, instead of one note, I'm doing a double stroke to fill in the entire triplets to complete the triplet partial within the swung 8th note pattern. So now, of course, if you do too much of that, it ends up turning into this crazy rudimentary exercise and it doesn't really sound like swing anymore, so don't do that too much. You can also put flams in. Different kind of things like that, so the two of them together. Etc. Anyway, we'll switch this over onto the drum set now. So I got my hi-hat here, just a little bit of space between the two cymbals, and my bass drum here. So on the floor tom, if you want to practice it right from the beginning, step 1. That's our pattern. Step 2 is, that's our pattern once again. Step 3 is swinging it. Step 4 is adding in our feet. And then you can embellish it, you can even move it around on your surfaces if you want, and speed it up a little bit for fun. In a nutshell, a little bit of an intro to floor tom swing. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any feedback. Just look me up. Have a great day.